Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and more on WWE 2K22 as we have brand new details on features being added to the creation suite, storage limits and the backstage area, plus we also have news of a returning star being scanned. Before we get into any of that though, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all the latest news on the game, please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on future videos. So let's jump straight into the new information, which comes from Forbes writer Brian Mazik, as Brian posted a new interview with the WWE 2K22 dev team in which he revealed some of the new features coming to the creation suite, as well as providing more info on those that have been announced. The first piece of info received was clarification around personas, which is essentially a theme that players can apply to their custom superstar. Each persona is broken down into a series of categories such as wrestling, streetwear, sports, or cosplay, just to name a few. One example of how these are used comes when browsing creation parts, as items in the creation suite have been tagged with the persona that they belong to, therefore a sports jersey will fall under sports, whilst a wrestling singlet will fall under wrestling. The benefit of this is that players can now choose to filter creation parts based on these personas, therefore if you're creating a wrestler and you only want to browse attire parts for wrestlers, then you can choose the wrestling option from the filter, which will then filter out any non-wrestling parts and save you browsing through all the parts that you have no interest in using. Also revealed were the amount of body templates, which this year stands at 75, 39 of which are male and 36 female. Along with the standard body types that we're used to seeing, this year body types are said to feature a wider range of size, shape and musculature, including larger, heavier body types like that of Yokozuna, as well as average body types for anyone wanting to create someone not of the typical body that's seen in WWE. Once chosen, players will have the option to adjust the height and the weight of the body, which in turn will allow them to fall under multiple weight classes. In examples provided, the thinnest male body type was a maximum weight of 258 pounds, therefore no matter how tall you make the character, they'll never be a super heavyweight. Meanwhile, on the other end of the scale, the heaviest body type has a minimum weight of 322 pounds, therefore even at this weight, the body type will still be classed as a super heavyweight. What this means is that players won't be able to abuse the system and have super heavyweights wrestling as cruiserweights or cruiserweights wrestling as a super heavyweight. This is also true when using the randomize feature, as the randomizer will also adhere to the minimum and maximum limits. Another update comes in regards to parts colour, as players can now set custom colour themes for attires, allowing you to easily give your attire a more consistent theme. Sharing more on the changes to the creation suite, the dev team also revealed that players can now set favourites, therefore if there's parts that you tend to use often, then you can set these parts as a favourite, which will allow you to jump straight to them when using the filter options. These changes aren't limited to create a superstar, as they're also implemented into other creation modes like arenas, entrances and video to help make the process of finding what you're looking for a lot easier. Also revealed were some of the changes coming to community creations, with these including the ability to upload creations from Create a Superstar when saving, as well as news of a new landing page to allow players to narrow down specific content types. Also introduced is the ability to upvote creations, as players can now upvote a creation that they like to add to its rating, with this also factoring into new sorting options that allow players to sort results by the amount of upvotes they receive, which will help make it easier to find top rated content. Speaking on how many creation slots will be available, it was revealed that the creation suite will continue to offer 100 slots for saving superstars. That news is bound to sound disappointing, especially for players on new hardware such as PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X, as given the better hardware, it's surprising that this number wasn't increased, especially when you factor in the addition of cross-platform community creations, as that change alone offers players access to more creations than ever before. Switching over to gameplay, the interview also noted some of the updates to weapons, where it was reiterated that weapons such as tables, steel chairs, kendo sticks and stop signs will now show damage when they're used. Going on to share more details about the changes, it was revealed that tables have undergone additional improvements that include a way of predicting when and how someone collides with a table to better help in determining if the table should break or if it should collapse. For the tables that do break, it was said that these now break dynamically so that players will never see the table break the same way twice. When asked about blood, it was confirmed that this will again be turned off by default, therefore players will have to turn it on manually if they want it to appear. However, it will only affect the men as blood continues to not be supported for women. Lastly, speaking on the new Backstage area, it was noted that there's been a bigger focus on verticality with a new mantling system that allows players to seamlessly climb and dismount from surfaces of various heights. These changes would appear to suggest that players will be able to climb the ladders that were shown off in the background of the new Backstage area, as well as potentially using the lift for quicker access. As in past games, the dev team also noted that players will be able to throw people off ledges and then follow that up with a big dive. So there's quite a lot of new information, along with a more detailed explanation of some of the new features, but if you want to learn more, then I'll leave a link to the full article in the description. Up next, I want to go back to a previous video where I noted that 2K were backstage at the Royal Rumble, recording footage for upcoming ratings reveals as they shot of Steve-O showed off the ratings reveal logo in the background. Now, in an update to this story, it appears that 2K may also have been backstage scanning stars, as speaking during a recent live stream on Facebook Gaming, Royal Rumble winner Ronda Rousey confirmed that she'd been scanned for the game, although she didn't state when the scan took place. Given that Rousey's appearance at the Royal Rumble was her first WWE appearance since WrestleMania 35 back in 2019, this would suggest that Ronda may have been scanned backstage at the Rumble. If that were the case, then this could open up the possibility that other stars may have also been scanned, including some of the returning stars that made appearances in the Women's Royal Rumble, or even the likes of Bad Bunny, who made a shock appearance in the men's. Whilst we don't know if Ronda was the only star that was scanned, a video did pop up that showed renders for Summer Rae, as the former WWE star shared this video on Instagram, with many fans speculating that these images were taken by 2K. However, in reality, these images were actually taken by WWE, as the same images can be seen in a new gallery on WWE.com showing off this year's Rumble entrance. Whilst the video of Summer may have been debunked, knowing Ronda was scanned does leave open the possibility that other stars may have also been scanned. However, given how close we are to release, it's likely that anyone who was scanned was either scanned with DLC in mind or for a potential appearance in the future. So with that does it for this video, but let me know what you make of everything that we discussed, including your take on the limit of 100 creation slots, as I'm sure that alone is going to be a big talking point. Also, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all the latest news on the game, please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on future videos. Until next time though, thank you so much for watching, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.